All right, you're watching Trout West. We're here in Bridgeport, California, and we got a different video for you guys here today. We are going to be headed over to Bodie Ghost Town, and we are base camping right out of here, Walker River Lodge, right here at the very entrance to Bridgeport, California. As you come around the corner here, you're going to immediately see this lodge. This place is incredible, guys. This is the one that has the river right on the other side. You could literally fish right outside your room. Beautiful spot. They are just kind of coming out of winter here as we leave our room. They're doing some work all around the lodge. There's a little spring cleaning after tough winters up here in Bridgeport. This town gets really cold. It could be as cold as 40 below zero, but every winter they're hitting 10, 20 below zero for sure. But check it out. Even as cold as they get in the summer, they got a pool. They got all kinds of beautiful grounds here, grass areas. Some wind today, a little bit of wind, not gonna matter. We actually want it to be windy, a little cooler that way. It's really hot out there at Bodie, and new place for me. This is the first time I've ever been out there. Been reading about it and checking it out online for years, and it's amazing. After more than 30 years coming up here, I've never been to Bodie. So today's the day. We're both gonna head out there together. You're gonna see the whole thing, but you guys got to check out this lodge. If you come up here, this is the best place to stay in all of the Bridgeport area. Awesome spot, perfect. So anyway, more on the lodge later on. We're gonna head out, gonna go north. First, we've gotta go get a little splash of gas, and then we're gonna head all the way south, just a short drive around the mountain to a canyon right over here, where you can then catch the road to Bodie. So perfect place to stay if you want to hit Bodie. It is a short drive. It's a perfect spot. So anyway, we're on our way out of here, and we will see you guys on the road. We made it to the park. What a beautiful drive in, and we're here at the main parking lot. As you can see, you could take your side-by-side out here, and there are all kinds of trails and back roads to get in here, but we just came in the main entrance. We might take a back road out. I haven't decided on that yet, but we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna go start out at the cemetery, kind of to pay homage to the folks that lived and died here. So let's go check that out. It's just up the road. So not far from the parking lot, there are trash dumps. And I recommend you come in here and look, because there's old glass from that time period. And if you hold it up to the sun, you can see its true color. There's some solarized glass in here. It's like a purple. Let me show you what that looks like. This stuff is really old, and I highly recommend you read about solarized glass. Interesting read, but there's lots of it, and this is a strong indicator of the age of this area. It was late 1800s right here. Pretty cool. But there's cans. There's all kinds of cans and old stuff in here. I'm sure they've excavated. They may have even dumped some of this here from another area. But these old dumps like this contain a lot of history. A lot of history in here. There's old caps. Like this is probably from an old shotgun shell potentially, or some sort of a blasting cap or something. But there's all kinds of stuff. So keep your eyes open. There's lots of bottles and tops to bottles. It's just history all around you. So don't just look at the buildings, look at the ground and the little things, and you will see a lot more than you think. So as you can see, we are well above the town here at the cemetery, and you know, in the old West, it was very common to build the cemeteries on the nearest hillside, and not a lot of info as to why they chose it that way and not out of the way, but maybe it served as a reminder to those in town that were acting up where they could end up. So who knows, but lots of history here. We're gonna go check it all out. So I'm always fascinated by the metal work here, the iron work that surrounds a lot of the grave sites. That was an art form at one point, you know, to be able to do that out here, and usually was done by the blacksmiths. So very cool. But check it out. This one, only 5 years old. So at some point you're going to see this marker here near the top, but it says this is for William S. Bodie, spelled differently than they spell it now. But they say that he's buried somewhere up on this hillside behind us. And I imagine there's graves all out here. There's a lot more than contained in this graveyard now. It's just the nature of it. There 8,000 people living here at any given day. There's a lot of graves out here. So, but yep, that's for him. And they say he discovered gold in late fall, and within a few months of discovering the gold, he died in a blizzard. So he didn't really even get to see all this. And yeah, I mean, it definitely flourished after he was gone. This one is really neat. Look at this. So 1859 to 1896. So it didn't live very long, but look at that work on that headstone. That's beautiful. That is a work of art. And they carved that like a scroll. That is neat. Some of the machinery, big heavy iron machines, and all kinds of amazing engineering equipment in here. What they had back then, a lot of this big iron work that you see was made in New York or in that area over there, and brought it across. Some of it was made in the San Francisco area. Like, look at this one right here. Risden Iron Works, San Francisco, 1886. That's pretty awesome, guys, to see the date stamped so well. But that's the history. Big, heavy pieces. So right here at the sawmill, that's stop 47 in case you're wondering, but it's really important to look at the top, and you see those little T framings, and you'll see insulators at the top of that. Well, that is the electricity that was brought in all the way to the west of here at Dynamo Pond. Yeah, definitely read about the electric history of Bodie. Very fascinating. So this is the power station basically for Bodie, where all the power would come from Dynamo Pond to here and then be distributed throughout the city. Wrap it up here from Bodie. Great little visit. Like I said, first time visit for me all these years. And crazy thing is, I'm a major Western history buff. I love the mining history, all of that, pioneers. It's fascinating stuff. So it's kind of crazy that I haven't been here, but it's worth coming here. It does get very busy. I don't want to say crowded, but it gets busy. But it is worth it. It's really neat. There's some really great exhibits here, and it's just great to walk through the park and experience all the history. So I love it. Great off-roading around here. Like I said, side-by-side activity. You can rent them nearby. There's great places to stay, and if you're going to do side-by-sides, I recommend not just here, but off into the north side of here. There are other hidden ghost towns out there. So if you're into that, it's worth your time to look up what is out there in the area to explore on your side-by-side or off-road vehicle. You can take off-road vehicles out there too. So anyway, it is awesome. Very thankful to come out here on such a beautiful day. The history is crazy. To think that only 5% of what you see, this is only 5% of what used to exist. And that's crazy. It means there was a whole lot that was out here a long time ago and is now gone.